Yeah, a few months ago we didn't know what any of this stuff would look like. So now that we get a chance to go compete in the toughest conference in America, we're really, really excited. We have pretty high expectations this year. We've had some phenomenal work and behind these two leading our teams. There's a national meet down in Texas now, and we've got our sights set on that bad boy, and we think we've done the work, and we're excited to go see if we can't kind of surprise some people. We know we're not necessarily ranked to or expected to by everybody else, but we're ready. We think we can go do something pretty cool, so we're really excited.
Yeah, that national meet kind of got added in mid to late September. Does that kind of fuel both teams, knowing that there is something beyond that conference meeting?
Oh yeah, I absolutely think it did. Once that kind of came out, we started talking with our teams about it, and especially our guys team. We said, man, there's a national meet out there for us to qualify as a team for now. There's a place, if we can get top 6 in the RMAC, we go to a national meet automatically. And we put that right on our goals board, so to speak, right away. And we've talked about it probably just about every week, and everything we're doing is getting ready to see if we can't qualify the team to the national meet. So I think it absolutely added motivation. Yeah.
Questions?
It's been the cross-country season isn't long anyway, but, 2 weeks?
Yep.
And without the national meet, you're done. How did you kind of approach this season?
Sure. We, I think kind of week 1 when we finally got to get together on campus and we just talked, whatever this season is going to be, we're going to work hard, we're going to be better through it. We knew at the end of the COVID tunnel, however long the tunnel is, none of us know really, but once we're out the other end of that tunnel, there's going to be several programs that are worse, several programs that have stayed the same, and several programs that are going to get better through it. And that was always our goal, and we talked about it, that we're going to be better through this. That even if we didn't have a meet, we would figure out a way to throw down some 5Ks or 8Ks somewhere in Junction and still race and get fast and have fun. So we never approached it as, we're not going to get better through this. And so we knew that was always our big goal. We doubled our team size this last year, and Kira's a freshman, and with Tony's leadership, we knew that we had some super talented teams and people, and that we had to get better, right? And with distance running, you still have indoor and outdoor track. You have 3 championship seasons every year, and so we knew even if we lost one, there was still going to be one eventually. We felt strongly that at least outdoor track we've always felt was going to kind of happen. We never know, but we just feel like it will, and so we knew we were going to get ready for that. We knew we wanted to get better, and we knew we wanted to start creating the culture and the team that we all wanted to be a part of that goes to nationals. And then when the national meet popped up, we're like, sweet.
There's something out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
What about you two? How mentally did you kind of approach this and then make kind of physical goals for yourself for the season?
Yeah, I feel like this year is definitely a hard year for a lot of teams and stuff to stay serious. So this is my 3rd year here, and I think this is the year that we've taken it most serious with training and I don't know, everyone pushing each other and everyone being focused at this year. So with the COVID year, I feel like we've definitely pushed ourselves and gotten a lot better than we have ever before. So yeah.
I feel like in terms of mentally preparing, being a freshman, I was able to approach this as a learning year. Being thrown into college running fresh out of high school is really scary, especially in the RMAC. We have some fantastic teams like Western and Adams. So I think this year, even though it may not have been a full real season, I think it was a really good way to kind of approach as an entryway into racing with some of the top people in the nation.
I say you got a good look at some of those, even though one of them made a couple of meets. And then obviously this weekend you're going to have, it's basically a mini national tournament or national meet anyway every year with the RMAC. So as a freshman, you just kind of, okay, this is what I have to do to compete with these people.
Yeah, I just took it as pretty much every race with a grain of salt, just accepting the learning curve and more just building up the excitement for what we can do next year when we have a real nationals meet and everything is full of excitement and full swing.
Tony, you said this is one of those serious years you've had. Do you think that's because of COVID, or is that because it's the team makeup right now?
I think it has to do with a lot of the leaders with me, Ian, Jared. A lot of the guys stepped up and realized that we have to lead this team now, and we started organizing a lot more practices and the training had to be on ourselves this summer when I think we stepped that up a lot. And this is my first like really good year with cross country, especially. So I think it's showing a lot for me and a lot of the other guys on this team. And every single day in practice, we're just pushing each other more and more. So it's fun. Yeah.
Just say the guys also have some of the best teams in the nation you run against every single week. So kind of use this season as a true measuring stick for next year.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're breaking up all those packs, those top guys in the nation, in our conferences. Is really impressive to see already. So, I mean, once a lot of those injured guys or those younger guys that we got this year start to get better, I think we'll definitely start to show who we really are. So.
From a coaching perspective, motivationally, you kind of mentioned maybe you're going to have to do 5Ks, and do you have to do anything from your perspective to get people, kind of give them an extra punch, or was it there already? Was everybody kind of excited already?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, once we got back, I think a lot of the athletes were ready, right? I mean, they had 7 months off, and we talked pretty early in the season, like, you know, we knew it came out relatively quick that we could maybe schedule a couple meets, and we talked that we're one of the few places in the country and teams in the country that actually gets to put on a CMU jersey potentially, and we don't want to waste this opportunity. We want to take full advantage of these opportunities. And I think they were just ready. They were, I think, 7 months off of sport and what they love and what they do, and they came back hungry and they came back ready to work. And you know, there wasn't, the national meet obviously helped, and being able to figure out the RMAC meet and that we were going to have it. And you know, just in Colorado, right, even when we weren't sure, it's, you know, Western and Mines and Adams and all these schools are all around us, and we can figure out a way to race them. And so we you know, after last year, we knew that our big motivation is we want to be in the upper echelon of the RMAC, and then once you're there, you're a national qualifying team. But it's tough to get there. And so, I mean, when they left, we were thinking about it, and like Tony said, they worked incredibly hard. A couple guys on our team, I would say even transformative summers to where they were last year to when we came back. And they were ready, man. Like, there hasn't been a whole ton of pushing being had to have done by me or Shane to get them ready to work this year. It was awesome.
Guess from your guys' perspective, there's people that either put on 20 pounds in the pandemic or got in better shape. I'm assuming you guys are some of the ones that got in better shape. What was that kind of like for you guys?
Well, during that, obviously, like you said, either people got good or kind of slacked a lot. And I think for our team, we definitely pushed ourselves a lot more and decided we wanted to get better. And luckily, we got a lot of freshmen and a lot of younger guys to be able to help us and push us. So the training was definitely different for myself this summer, and noticeably for a lot of the other guys too. So, yeah.
I think during the pandemic and being forced to train on my own, I think it forced me to put my eyes in the future. And it wasn't necessarily what it was, especially when track got canceled, it wasn't necessarily that I lost a season, it was that I just have that much more time to prep for the next one. So I decided to just really take the summer seriously and put in everything that I thought was good for me, and then hope for the best come fall.
And luckily, you could go out and run. I mean, there's a lot, you know, you really can't play baseball by yourself.
Right.
You know, you can throw a little bit. But runners have a little bit of an advantage because you could go out and kind of train on your own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think several of them needed it too, right? Like, you're quarantined or you're locked up or we're doing whatever it is that we all had to do. And, you know, I think as runners, it was like, cool, I can still have an escape. I can still go run for an hour and a half by myself and not be quarantined with my family all day or whatever it was, you know. And so I think, I think there were kind of moments where it did help some kids say, well, what else do I have to do? I'm going to go do this, right? Rather than being able to go do everything that we normally get to do. So.
Was it kind of a release for you guys to go out just on your own and, okay, I've got to escape, so I don't care if it's 100 degrees, I'm going to go run?
Yeah, I think it did, because it kind of gave me a lot more time to train too, in a way, because I wasn't allowed to do as much stuff outside, like with COVID and all. But it also does take a lot of self-discipline and stuff for yourself. So yeah.
Because it's awfully easy to eat a bag of Cheetos after you're running too when you're in COVID lockdown. I mean, that's what I did, but I don't know what these guys did.
Have you been seeing times go up like nationally too at all? Or
Oh yeah, for our team.
you guys and just
Yeah.
as a trend in general?
Oh yeah. I mean, the race we held here 2 weeks ago is the fastest race in the country, and you know, our team in general, we posted massive times, and it was awesome. And so we're seeing some phenomenal times coming through. And I mean, I don't know if like as a national trend that's necessarily how it's trending or not, but you know, I know for us we're trending in the right direction, which is cool.
So are nationals always in Texas? And I guess my question is, does it give you guys an advantage to train at elevation?
Oh yeah.
Is that why the RMAC is normally more competitive? too?
Yep, sure is. So I mean that's a big. I mean you have Damon Martin, he's the head coach at Adams. The MVP coaches award is named after him, and he's still coaching. And so I mean you have some coaches that are considered some of the best to have ever done it. But they're also here because of the altitude, right? Alamosa and Mines and Western, that's their big thing, is how they train at altitude. And, you know, us too, we're not quite as high as all of them, but we still have an absolute advantage. So when we go down to Texas, absolutely, we definitely, in our opinions, have an advantage for the flatlanders. And it's not always in Texas, right? It rotates around. You know, Texas was the one state that through COVID said, we'll still host a meet. And so essentially that's how they wound up with it this year. But no, it rotates around all different places. A lot of times it is at altitude, though, because the flatland schools, you know, view it as an unfair advantage for them to come up to altitude to run a race, which I get because we do believe that we have an advantage when we go down. And so a lot of times it is usually at lower levels. And so it does produce an advantage to us that get to train up here, absolutely.
Does that give you guys kind of a mental edge going in?
Yeah, I'd have to say so. And with all the mountains around here, there's a lot more trail running, and I feel like that helps different muscles on our body give us an advantage. So that's also nice. So.
That-
Question, Louis?
Any question?
Same question or different?
Well,
Same,
let's
it's gotta be
come up
same.
with another
Same
one.
Thought it's the same. Okay, so if you could have anybody, actress, actor, anybody, play the role of you in like the movie of your life, who would it be?
All right, good question. Good question. We got thinkers.
She's not an actress or actor, but Colleen Quigley, because she's really, really fast. She's really cool. I look up to her a lot, so I think that'd be really cool.
I mean, who would play Tony?
I don't think anyone's cool enough.
I don't know.
I don't know. Not. I don't really know a lot of actors' names and all, but
You got to pick one, man.
okay. I want to go with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, Leo, huh? Interesting choice. I mean, I have often said in the past that I do have a man crush on Johnny Depp, but I think I'm a little more quirky than he is. I think Willem Dafoe. He's one of my favorites. That dude can rock it. We'll go with him.